Hi everyone, I am Dr. J. Suresh Gaud, Associate Professor in Department of Mathematics, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today, we are going to discuss the topic problems on normal distribution. See, in the previous session, we have discussed clearly what is normal distribution, what is the mean of a normal distribution, and what is the variance of the normal distribution, and also we done median and mode of the normal distribution. Now we are going to solve the problems on normal distribution. See, the first problem, in a sample of 1000 cases, the mean of certain test is 14 and standard deviation is 2.5. See, the sample of 1000 cases, mean is given 14 and standard deviation sigma also given 2.5. Assuming the distribution to be normal, that means it is a normal distribution. What we need to find out, we have three sub questions. First one, how many students score between 12 to 15, and how many students score above 18, and how many students score below 18. See, before going to calculate the number of students, first we need to find out probability of x between 12 to 15 and probability of x greater than or equal to 18, above 18 and below 18. You calculate these two by using normal distribution. After that, you can multiply with the total number of students, which is the 1000. Then we will get the number of students score between 12 to 15, more than 18 and below 18. Okay. Now, first we need to find out probability of 12 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 15. This, you know that x1 and this is x2. You can convert into z1 and z2 by using the formula x1 minus mu by sigma, 12 minus 14 by 2.5 minus 0.8, z2, x2 minus mu by sigma, which is 0.4. So substitute in z1 and z2, we can calculate in terms of minus 0.8 to 0.4. So actually given 12 to 15 in terms of x, we converted into minus 0.8 to 0.4 in terms of z. Now you draw the normal curve to evaluate minus 0.8 to 0.4. This is, you know, that z equal to 0. Where is minus 0.8? Either it is left side or left side, because it is negative. Z equal to minus 0.8 and this is 0.4. From where to where we require? From minus 0.8 to 0.5. Sorry, 0.4. From here to here. How to formulate a formula from according to the zero line? From minus 0.8 to 0 plus 0 to 0.5. So we can create the formula according to the normal curve by using the baseline z equal to 0. So from minus 0.8 to 0 plus 0 to 0.4. If you calculate this, we'll get the total area. But minus 0.8 to 0 or 0 to 0.8, both are same. And this value we can choose from normal distribution table, and this value also we can choose from the normal distribution. Add them, we'll get 0.4433. This is the value of probability of 12 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 15. But I want the number of students who score between 12 to 15. So the probability, if you multiply with the total number of students, how many are there? 1000. We'll get 444 students scores the marks between 12 and 15 out of 1000 students. Now, how many students score more than 18? Because you can find out first probability of x greater than or equal to 18. We have only one value, so we can indicate with x1. Convert in the form of z1. So z1 also you got it 1.6. So we require to find out p of z greater than or equal to 1.6. You can draw the normal curve. Z equal to 0 and z equal to 1.6. More than 1.6, that means this is the required area. But we know that right side area is 0.5. From 0.5, you can calculate 0 to 1.6. 0.5 minus 0 to 1.6, we will get the required area. So that's why we have written a formula 0.5 minus p of 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.6. This value we can choose from normal distribution table. We will get 0.0448. So this is the probability more than 18. But we need to find out the number of students scores above 18 by multiplying the total number of students. We'll get 55 students. Below 18, same, instead of greater than or equal, we can replace with less than or equal to same value. But here what happened, z less than or equal to 1.6 means this is a normal distribution curve, normal curve. This is z equal to 1.6. But less than, that means this side. Less than means this side. But the half of the area left side we know that 0.5 plus from 0 to 1.6 you add them, we'll get 0.9452. If you multiply that with total number of students, we'll get 945 students out of 1000 students scores below 18 marks. Below 18. Now the second problem. The marks obtained in mathematics by 1000 students in a normal distribution with the mean 78%. Mu equal to 78% is given, which is nothing but 0.78. And standard deviation sigma also given 11%, that means 0.11. Find how many students goes above 90%. So first you find out P of x greater than or equal to 90%. That means greater than or equal to 0.9 you find out. After that, you can multiply with the total number of students. We'll get the total. We'll get the students got marks above 90%. So you can calculate this value. This is x1. You can convert in the form of z1 by using the formula x1 minus mu by sigma. 0.9 minus 0.78 by 0.1. We'll get 1.09. So probability of z greater than or equal to 1.09 we should find. So now how to calculate by using the normal curve after getting the z value. This is 0, this is 1.09. Greater than, that means this one. But the right side area we know that 0.5 minus 0 to 1.09 you do it, we'll get the required area. So 1.09 table value, this is 0.3621, 0.137. So the number of students scores above 18,000 into, you multiply with the 0.137. Therefore, 138 students. Above 90%, sorry. Above not 18, above 90%, 945 students. Okay? Above 90% is 138 students. Now, problem number 3. Here, if x is a normal level, directly z values are given. Actually, in the previous problems we solved with x1, x2, we converted into the form of z. But directly here, to the left of the z, see, to the left of the z, minus 1.75. That means P of z less than or equal to minus 1.78. How? This is 0. This is 1.78 minus, because left side. Left of this area I required. How? The total area we know that 0.5 minus 0 to minus 1.78. That formula we have written. So this value we can take from the normal distribution table. We'll get 0.037. To the right of the minus 1.45. To the right of the minus 1 to the 1.45. That means greater than or equal to minus 1.45. See, this is z equal to 0. Left side value minus 1. Right side, that means this value I required. How? This total area we know that 0.5 plus you can add this minus 1.45 to 0. This is nothing but 0 to 1.45. This is the normal distribution table. So we'll get 0.9265. Now minus 0.8 to 1.53. Based on 0, you can take 0. We'll simplify, we'll get the answer. In both cases, probability of z greater less than or c. This one by using the normal curve, this is z equal to 0, z equal to minus 2.5 to 1.83. Area required from where to where? Less than this area, greater than this area. How to calculate this one plus this one? This one plus this one, how to calculate? It's very simple. The total area is 1. Because it is 0.5, it's 0.1. You can subtract from here to here. That is probability of minus 2.5 to 1.8. You'll get the answer. Minus 2.5. That means you can write as from here to here means here to here plus here to here. That I written. Simplify it, we'll get the value. Now this is a different type of problem compared to the previous problems. In a normal distribution, 7% of items are under 35 and 89% of items are under 63. Determine mean and variance of the distribution. In the previous problems, clearly given that mean and variance problems. Mean and variance. But here we are going to find out mean and variance by using the given statement. See, 7% of items are under 35. X you take under 35 less than 35. P of X less than 35 is given 7%. And under 16, P of X less than 63. How much? 89%. That means 0.89. So this one you can assume X1. This one you can X2. So you can find out Z1 and Z2. X1 minus mu by sigma, X2 minus mu by sigma. Z1 equal to 35 minus mu by sigma, Z2 equal to 32, 63 minus mu by sigma. See, this is the equation. If you know Z1 and Z2 values, we can get mu and sigma values by solving these two equations. Now, our aim is to calculate Z1 and Z2 values. How? See. This is equal to Z equal to 0, X equal to mu. See, you take X less than 35. One value you take left side, one value you take right side. X equal to 35, X equal to 60. Because Z only negative values left side, right side positive also. But X we don't know. One value you take less than 35 and one value 65. X less than 35. This is 0.07 given. This value is given 0.07. Less than 63, 0.89. This total value is 0.8. Now you can find out this value. How to get? See, 0.89 means this is 0.39 because it is 0.5. This is 0.07 means 0.4. Now you check the value, Z value in the table. The area occupied, the 0.43 area occupied at what value of Z? At what value of Z? My 1.48 from the table. Reverse side we need to check it. The 0.39 area occupied at what value of Z? 1.23 from the table. So we need to check out the normal distribution table in a reverse side. See, in the previously we have seen for what value of Z we calculate. We have seen Z area value. But now we know the area value, we can calculate Z1 and Z2. How? 0.43 we know that because it is given 0.07, the total area is 0.5 left side. The 0.43 area occupied at which value of Z? 1.48. The 0.39 area occupied at which value of Z at 1.23. So in this equation, Z1 and Z2 you take 1.48 but left side is there, you take minus. Substitute. You solve these two equations, will get mu and standard deviation. Okay. Similarly, the same question here also. The marks obtained in statistics in an examination found to be normally distributed. 15% of the students greater than or equal to 60. P of X greater than or equal to 60 is 15%. 40% of the students are less than or equal to 30. So assume this is X1, whatever it is, X1, X2. X1 is 60 assumed, no problem. X2 is 30. You can solve by taking the values according to the table. See. This is Z equal to 0, X equal to mu. What is the question? Greater than or equal to 60? 61, 31. So X equal to 30, X equal to 60. How? less than or equal to 30, 0.4. This is 0.4 is given. That means this is 0.1. Now, greater than or equal to 60, 0.15. That means this is 0.35. Now check out the Z1 value, Z2 value according to this. This is 1.04. This is 0.26 from the table. To simplify it, we'll get mean and standard deviation. Okay? Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.